My girlfriend threw a surprise party she knew I wouldn't enjoy and did a whole 180 on the cake we talked about. Then she had the audacity to humiliate my mom for bringing me a cupcake, so now I'm not eating anything she made until she apologizes. I've been with my current girlfriend for almost 3 years and we pretty much get along for most things except when it comes to my mother. My mother is mentally slow, I don't know what else to call since she grew up pretty rough, was never formally diagnosed, and had me at 13. Her being physically and emotionally younger made her a fun mom, just not very responsible. In any case, this is one of the main reasons my girlfriend feels uncomfortable around my mom, because she says she has no manners and can be rude, both of which can be true at times, but my mom doesn't do things intentionally, it's just how she was raised and it's hard to teach her new things. The second reason is that I spend a lot of money for my mom to live in an expensive facility/community so she can be independent but still have some help. She thinks it's a waste of money, especially since she wants to be able to buy a big house in the future, and I refuse to pay her medical insurance despite having the money. She's currently on a plan that she can't afford, which she brings up a lot in arguments. She's not my wife, so I don't want to commit to something like that yet, since I'm not sure how that would work if she ever decided to end the relationship or if it increased to something I'd rather not pay. I won't lie, I love my girlfriend, but she's not my wife, therefore not a priority, and I've tried proposing twice and been turned down each time. Anyways, I feel like I derailed for a second, but I felt some context was important. This year she decided to make me a cake for my birthday. I was happy because she's a great baker and even better at decorating, so I asked for a chocolate sheet cake with canned frosting and rainbow sprinkles. She said it was fine but kept suggesting I have something special and less cheap this year. My mom has made me this birthday cake every year since I was a child, but of course this year she couldn't, and I told her I was sure that's what I wanted, no presents and no people over. When I woke up the morning of my birthday, she had me eat breakfast in the living room because the dining room and kitchen were a mess. I'm not sure if I believe that now, and got me up and out of the house after lunch telling me it still wasn't ready, and I couldn't see it because she also had a really small surprise as well. I come back an hour later as she'd asked, and when I open the door to pretty much everyone we know and even don't know well, except my mom, her parents are there, leap out and with those blow things. I tried to act happy, but to be honest I didn't want anyone there at all. If it had just been our families maybe it would have been nice, but I was secretly annoyed. Then when I saw the cake, it wasn't anything like what I asked for. It was 3 round lemon creme cakes, the naked fancy kind with flowers and berries. It looked incredible, and I could tell it must have taken ages, but it's not what I wanted, and I'm pretty neutral about lemon desserts. Everyone brought gifts and I tried to pretend that I liked them, and I did, but in the moment I just didn't feel like opening and reacting to gifts, so I feel like my reactions were underwhelming. Then when it was time to cut the cake she gave me a big piece and I didn't even finish half of it. I wasn't in the mood. I just lied and said I was too full from eating all of her favorite foods. I'll admit that was a bit too blunt, especially since there was company, and she was a little short with me the rest of the party. Finally my mom comes just after everyone finished, and according to my girlfriend, she accidentally told her the wrong time. She brought me a single cupcake, just how I like it, as a gift because she couldn't make the cake this year. I was happy and I couldn't hide it. My girlfriend noticed and kind of gave my mom the stink eye, which is fine as long as she wasn't being rude, but then she took it a step further and just outright made a bad joke about how the cupcake was unique. Like my mom, she still likes dresses and 2 ponytails, and a few people even laughed. Fast forward to later, I'm eating my cupcake in bed hoping to end the day on a good note. I didn't complain at all outside of that one comment because I didn't want to seem too ungrateful, but then says under her breath that of course I'd rather eat something that looks like it was made by toddler than actual quality. That was the last straw for me. We got into a heated argument, so I ended up sleeping on the couch on my own birthday. The next morning, I made it clear that I wasn't going to eat any of her desserts until she apologizes. It's been 3 days. She told everyone that I hated the party and now everyone is calling me ungrateful, plus her family found out I don't pay her insurance, and right now things are on and off tense and not tense between us. Am I the asshole here? Edit, not an update, just wanted to say that I read all the comments and now I'm strongly considering just biting the bullet and saying I don't care, especially since she only knows of both because I told her not due to actual evidence. It's just not something I wanted to be outed for, metaphorically and literally, but in any case I guess the statute of limitations in my state would have already passed for me, funnily right when we started dating, so at least if things go south I can finally get the plastic surgery I've always wanted and a new name. Trying to make myself feel angry and not funny though, but it's hard because she always makes me feel sad and then happy again after, but I'm going to tell her we aren't twin flames or anything close anymore and probably update when I feel better if things get intense. Fortunately, my mom is happy as always and we talk every day. For those wondering, she's so nice she doesn't always notice when people are being mean, so I won't and would never tell her how my ex-girlfriend truly felt about her if she asks why things are going wrong. Second, another thing that I just wanted to add is that my mom fortunately was not an SA victim. The comments thinking that made me irrationally sad for some reason. My father was the same age. I don't know if he had a disability, but he was pretty strange in a good way. Didn't talk much, but he liked drawing the same types of birds and flowers and they got along well and she was loved. I just didn't mention him because well, he's dead. Anyway, sorry I have a tendency to get long-winded and over-explain, but I'm going to sleep now.